Hello, my name is Rachel and this is my channel, The Girl with the Pilates Mat. Welcome to class. Today we are doing our 30 minutes of classical Pilates with the option of adding light weights. All right, so if you're ready, let's begin. Okay, we're going to come straight down onto the mat and we're going to do my little warm-up. I like to do this warm-up just to prepare hips and shoulders before we go into the exercises. So I want you on your side, taking just one weight, like so. We've got our knees bent, we're aligning the heels with the hips, and we're thinking of pressing into this elbow, so we're lifting up, engaging the core, and then you're going to bring your elbow down onto your hip, all right, creating that right angle, and then bring the arm all the way down. So we're going to open arm and leg and bring it down. We're going to open, so this is to warm up the shoulders and the hips. Good. And down. Open and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. From there, we are going to take the hand up behind the head. So you're holding the weight behind your head. You're going to reach this leg out in line with the hip. And we're going to flex the foot. And we're going to bring that foot forward. Point the toe. Reach it back and try and lift your waist away from the mat, feeling that lovely stretch through your hip flexor. Again, bring it forward and take it back. Bring it forward and take it back. Bring it forward and take it back. Now leave it back there and bring your arm forward in line with the shoulder. Now they're going to move in opposite directions. So we're going to go 1. Good. And 2. And 3. And 4. Well done. Bring it in and let's go on to the other side. Now, anything too challenging, remember you can just take the weight away and do the whole thing without. So let's have elbow underneath this shoulder, lift up through the waist, aligning the feet with the hips, and then bringing that elbow down and then the arm down. Here we go, clamshell. So we're going to open and down, open and down, open and down, open and down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now bring this hand, this weight behind your head. Reach that leg out in line with the hip, flex the foot and bring it forward. And point as you go back, trying to lift your waistline away from the mat, reaching that leg back, activating the glutes, feeling the stretch, and then come forward. Reaching back, come forward, reaching back, and come forward, reaching back, leave the leg there, reach your arm forward, going in opposite directions. So we're trying to get leg and arm in line with their joints, so hip joints, shoulder joints. 2. Good. 3. And 4. Well done. Come on up. Super. All right, let's come down onto the mat now. Okay, so just bring yourself all the way down, have a weight in each hand if you're using weights. And we're going to start with the 100 prep, and then we're going to do the 100. So we're going to lift the legs into tabletop position. Remember, we want to be really pulling your tummy muscles in, so we're not letting the pelvis go in that direction. So we're engaging the core. Take hold of your weights and bring your arms up. So palms facing away from you. You're going to take a breath in, and on the out breath, we're going to nod the chin, lift up. Arms come down, weights come down in line with the hips. Those of you that like to work harder, you can send the legs out, but make sure your back's not lifting off the mat. And then come back. We're going to go up. And back. Up. And back. Up. And back. One more. Up and back. Now we're going to lift ourselves back up. We're going to do the 100. What we're going to do is pop the weights onto our lower abdominals. All right, so you can really be aware of where you are trying to pull in on your out breath. Reach your arms forward. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Pull the tummy in. 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend your knees. Take hold of your weights. We're halfway through. Second half, we're going to use the weights. So we're going to take a breath in, breathe out, reach the arms forward, take a deep breath in and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend your knees, take your head down. Bring your arms up. Turn the palms towards each other. And open your arms out to the side. Let's take the left leg down. Flex the foot. Reach the right leg up for our circles. So one breath per circle of the legs. So we're going to inhale, circle inwards. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last two. Back to the center. Let's go the other way. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last two. Inhale and exhale. Well done. Flex that foot and gently take it down to the floor. And let's unfold that left leg. Preparing for the circles on this side. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last two. Back to the center the other way. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last two. Well done. Bring that leg all the way down. Okay, we're going to bring our arms up now. And we're going to go into the roll up. So we're going to turn your palms away from you. You're going to draw your abdominals in. And we're going to lower those hands. And as we do, our head lifts looking forward. Then you're going to exhale, draw the abdominals in. Really using those core muscles coming up into that C-curve position. So think of spine nice and long, but in a gentle curve. Then take a deep breath in and exhale, coming back down, reach the arms overhead. If that's too challenging, you can bend your knees. Inhale. You can even hold on. Exhale to bring yourself up and come into that top position. Then you're going to inhale there. Exhale, pull the tummy muscles in. You can bend your knees again on the way down if you wish. Okay, we're going to do 3 more. Inhale. So you choose which version works for you. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back down. Good. Inhale. So you've really got to control those weights. All right, so it is a strong movement with the weights, but very good for teaching you to kind of slow down and really use control. And inhale. Exhale, up. Inhale. Exhale to come down. Now we're going to come up and stay up. So we're going to inhale. Exhale, up. Well done. Lifting up, and just bring those weights down for a second. I want you to separate your feet. We're going to go into spine stretch forward. Okay, so knees are soft, toes pointing to the ceiling. You can take the weights away for this if you prefer. I like to do this with one, so I'm going to suggest we use one weight. Okay, and you're going to hold it like so. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, feel that lovely axial elongation, that's the lengthening of your spine. Taking a breath in, we're going to breathe out, chin to the chest. Really think of lifting in and up on those abdominals and coming forward. Reaching that weight towards the feet, but you're not going to take it to the floor. So you're going to hold it in the air. Take a breath in, breathe out, draw the abdominals in. Coming back up, and think of drawing your shoulders back and down. Good. Inhale. Exhale, gently, chin to the chest. Drawing the abdominals in. Try and really focus on what's going on internally with the body. Reaching forward, getting that lovely stretch through your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back up. We'll do just one more deep breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest. Rounding. Reaching forward. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Coming all the way up. Just lift those arms up. Give yourself a little stretch there. Well done. And then coming back down. Let's bring the legs together. And now we're going to take both weights, one in each hand. All right. And we're going to start by bringing our arms up to here. We're going to do a little prep movement. So we're going to open, squeeze the shoulder blades and back. Open and back. Open and back. Open and back. Open and back. Now open, leave your elbows where they are and just straighten your arms, turn the palms up. Spine rotation, take a deep breath in. You're going to exhale, rotating towards me for 1, 2. Inhale, come back to center. You're going to hold the weights there now. 1, 2, and inhale, center. And inhale to center. 1, 2, and inhale to center. And center. And center. 1, 2, and center. Last time. 1, 2, and center. Well done. Bring those arms in. We're going to bend those legs. And we're just going to come down onto the mat. So reach your arms out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Coming all the way down. Pulling those feet in. And then separating those feet so they're just hip width apart. Okay, so let's turn the palms up. Leave the hands on the floor, pelvic curl. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, tilting the pelvis and peeling up off the floor. Inhale and then exhale, slowly coming back down. Again, deep breath in. Breathing out to tilt and lifting up. Inhale to hold and exhale to come back down. We're going to do 2 more. Deep breath in, exhaling to tilt, lifting up. Inhale to hold, exhale to come down. And last one, deep breath in and exhale to lift. Inhale to hold and exhale to come back down. Now we're going to go back up, so take a breath in, exhale, coming back up, and we're going to stay up here. Okay, and we're going to lift our left arm up in the air, and we are going to just turn our right hand so we can feel the weight is upright. So it's like in this position, okay? From here, we're going to do bridging. So you're going to exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Stay up, swap your arms over. Take a moment to reset that body. Make sure your ribs are closed, your bottom is up. Deep breath in, exhale, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Place that foot down, bring both arms up and take a deep breath in. Exhale slowly, coming down through the spine. Well done. Now bring your legs up into our tabletop position and bring your arms underneath. So you're holding your weights. If you've got weights, no weights, you just hold on with your hands. Okay, we're going to lift the head. We're going to come up into our teaser prep position. You want to add a little spice. Reach the arms and the legs out and bring them back in. So we exhale down. We inhale up. Reach the legs and arms out and come back. Exhale down. Inhale up. Reach out and back. All the way down. Inhale up. Reach out and back. Still with me? I hope so. And down and up. Reach and back. We've got 2 to go. Down and up. Reach and back and down and up and reach and back. Well done. Place those feet down. Good work, everyone. Okay, so from here, We're going to come back to our seated position and we're going to put our feet apart and we're going to do the saw. You can do with or without the weights, whatever feels good for you. I like to take my legs a little wider than the mat, just feels nice on the hips. So you're going to reach your arms out, palms facing forward. We're going to rotate to our right, bring that left arm across, and then we're going to reach forward towards the outside of that foot. So I want your back arm to go up a little. All right, so if you're using the weight, or even if you're not, you're going to get a little activity in that arm there, the back of the right arm. Then you're going to come up, and we're going to come back to center. Other way, so we're going to rotate. We go forward, down with the front hand, up with the back. So think of turning your palm up to the ceiling there. Then you're going to come back up, and back to center. So we're going to rotate. And reach. Take the arm up. Come back up and center. We're going to rotate and reach. Take that arm up. Good. And center. I'd like to do it 2 more times, just so we've got that movement pattern. That's it. Good. And up and center. And rotate, and reach, and up, and center. Well done. Bring those arms in, and then bring those legs in, and let's come down to the floor. So taking a breath in, we're going to exhale, coming all the way down. Very good. Bring your legs back into tabletop. Okay, so let's do the single leg stretch, and we're going to place one weight, leave one weight on the floor, and take just one weight in both hands like so. Okay, so we want our shins parallel to the ceiling. We're going to have the weight just hovering over the right knee. And then you're going to reach your left leg out. So when you're ready, you're going to exhale and imagine you're sliding the weight down your shin. So you're really trying to lift up. Take a deep breath in, you're going to switch. So you're trying to reach that shin. So the leg to the weight rather than the weight to the leg. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both knees in. Just take yourself down. Turn your head right and left. Now we're going to do it with the rotation. Becomes a little more tricky. All right, so we're going to bring those legs back into tabletop. Same idea. We want the weight in the middle of the right shin. So take a deep breath in, exhale, lifting up, and send that left leg forward. Now with that weight, I want you to try and take it around to the outside of the calf. So you're feeling that little twist in your waistline. And then you're going to switch to the other side. Little switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. That's it. Good. Switch and switch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bring yourself down. Excellent work. Okay. So one roll up to sitting, reaching those arms up. You're just holding that one weight this time. You're going to take that weight overhead. Good. And now you're going to inhale. Exhale. Coming up and over. Nice little stretch. And then coming up to a seated position. Just going to pull my leggings up. Okay, so this is going to be a challenge. We're going to try it. Those that want to work a little harder on your abdominals, This will be the last tough one on your abdominals today. So you're going to bring the arms up and take that weight behind your head. Elbows pointing out. Keeping your back straight, so the weight is on the occipital bone, that's the round part of your skull. You are going to hinge back from the hips as far as you can go, keeping control. When you can't hold it any longer, you're going to pull your abdominals in, let your pelvis tip and come down to the floor. You're going to reach the arms out, bring them up, and then lift back up. Bring the arms up, bend the elbows to start again. So this is like the neck pull, but we're going to do a modified version today. So we're hinging back, and then scooping the abdominals in, bringing the spine down. Reach the arms out. Inhale. Exhale, up. Bring the arms up, bend the elbows, coming back down. So hinging back, and scooping in. Reach the arms out. Inhale, bring those arms up. Exhale. Lift. Last one. Hinging back, see how far you can go. You may be shaking, that's fine. Good, and then tuck. Coming down, you want a challenge on the last one. You can bend your elbows and try and keep the weight behind your head to come up, all right? I don't even know if I can do it. Let's see, inhale. Oh yeah, that's tough. I might have to put my arms out here. Exhale, yes, hand over. Reaching out and up. And then taking the arms out to the side. Brilliant work. You can tell that's tough even for me, but this is super advanced, some of this with the weights. So rolling over onto your front. And again, we'll take one weight and take it behind us. Okay, so you're holding on with both hands. We've got our legs together. We're going to draw our shoulders away from the mat. So we feel a little squeeze of those shoulder blades. And then you're simply going to breathe in, lifting the chest away from the floor. You can lift the arms up and come down. So inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and lower. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and hold. Now lift the arms up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Come down, pop the weight off to the side. Place your hands either side of your shoulders, separate those legs. Let's release the back, so take a breath in, breathe out, lifting up, pressing into those hands, coming up as far as you're happy to go. Turn your head to the right and center, left and center, and then coming down. If you are able to bend your legs and reach onto the foot of both feet, we're going to do this as a little stretch here. So taking a breath in, breathing out, push your feet away from you and feel how that lifts the chest but also stretches the thighs. Good. And down. And again, lift. Use the strength of your legs to get that lovely stretch. This is the rocking prep. One more. Very good. Release everything, hands onto your shoulders. Push yourself up into a kneeling position. Okay, Let's just do a little cat stretch to finish. So take a breath in, breathe out, tucking under. Inhale, go back the other way. Good. Exhale, tucking under. Inhale, back the other way. And exhale, tucking under. Inhale, back the other way. From there, we're going to turn around and we're just going to take up a nice position here with the bottom of the feet together. Excuse me, everyone. And then just think of bringing those feet towards you so you can feel the stretch. Taking a breath in, you're going to breathe out, leaning forward, pressing down onto those legs. Getting that nice little stretch. Hand up. Good. And then you're going to take this hand here. This hand is going to reach up. Lovely stretch over to the side. And up. Same thing the other way. Up. Lovely stretch over to the side. Good. Both arms out. And then we're going to bring them forward and we're going to hollow out. So rounding here. Reaching forward. Little stretch of the spine. Opening out. Big, big stretch. Good. One more. Rounding. And open. And there you are. That is your session for today, everyone. So thank you so much for joining me. Do go ahead and press that thumbs up, that like button before you go. Do subscribe if you haven't already, and please do share with any friends, relatives, groups that you might be in, and let's really try and grow our Pilates community. All right, so thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Well done, everyone. I hope that worked for you. That was quite a tough one. I didn't try that last exercise, the coming up with the weight behind my head, and I suddenly realised how hard that is. So I'll be working on that one. But anyway, let me know how you felt, how that was for you. And yes, I am live, so I'm coming to the chat now, as we always do with our live sessions. I stick around for a little while afterwards so that we can do our live chat and get some feedback. I have some housekeeping notes for you. So next week, I'm going to take a break from live streaming, but there will be videos out at our usual time. So I've got 3 new videos for you next week. There'll be one at Monday at 4 p.m. British Summer Time. There'll be one on Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. British Summer Time. And there'll be one on Friday at 10 a.m. British Summer Time. That will take us into the Easter weekend. I'll be taking some time off, and then I'll be back with you after that. Okay, so that's what's happening. Lots and lots going on here. I'm actually going away for the weekend, so it's a belated birthday away, so I'm going to try and get everything done. But all next week you will have new videos. Okay, so if you don't see them yet, don't worry. I'm going to put out a playlist on Sunday morning that will have all the links and what we will be doing. All right, so there'll be a whole new playlist coming out to you on Sunday. All right, and don't forget, there's I don't know what there are, 700 videos now on this channel, so there's always something for you. Anyway, let's get straight onto the chat. So hello to Yvonne Thorpe. Yvonne, you were here oh, excuse me. You were here bright and early today, so thank you, as was I in the studio. Good morning to Carlin Holtgren. We just have a little sip of water. It's actually really warm today in the UK, unexpectedly. I think it's 20 degrees already at 10:30 in the morning, so it's a lot drier than I expected. Anyway, good morning to Carlin. Carlin, thank you so much for your donation. Hello to Robin Newcomb, already sunny where you are as well, so lovely to hear. Hello to Angie Sharp, nice to see you, Angie, and Martin de Kerpel. Thank you very much for the Ko-fi donations. Martine, I can see you've put a note there that you sent me to this week, so thank you so much for that. Yvonne Woodhouse says, happy Friday everyone, sun is shining and the sea is shimmering. At last, ready for today. Wonderful to hear. Yes, those of you in the UK make the best of the weather. It's definitely going to be a sunny weekend, so which is great when everyone's on holiday, so super duper. Rita P, good morning to you, Rita. Morning to you, Carl at La Bombard. Rita, you're very welcome. Karen says, lovely class that helped my whizzing mind to focus after a week of looking after the grandchildren. Bliss. I'm so glad, Karen. Isn't that one of those benefits that I really appreciate as well? With Pilates is you have to concentrate, and so your mind can't be thinking about all those things that you've been doing or you have to do. You can only focus on the present moment. So from a point of view of the brain and your mental health and your emotional health, very, very good for you, as well as being so good for the body. We are doing a theme this month of weights and weight bearing exercises. So I'm trying to keep all the workouts that I do for you focusing on all that aspect of the movement. You will still always get your core, you'll still always get your flexibility and mobility movements, but that is the theme. And I find for me, it helps me concentrate on what I'm going to give you over the month, because I've got that core thread going through everything. I also wanted to mention that you did request, and I forget who it was, but there was a request and a vote on my Ko-fi page and on my YouTube page for a workout with that ball, that pink ball. And I have got one coming next Wednesday, and it'll be a standing one. So it's quite an interesting one if you're someone that really likes challenging their core stability. It was a real challenge for me to film it. So let me know what you think when you see it. And just a little note to everybody, the comments do really help. I know I can't answer them all personally, but any kind of interaction really helps grow the channel. So please do leave a comment, let me know what you think, because I do read them all. I can't answer them all now because I get about 700 comments a week, but I do try and read them all and take note of what people are saying, what they're liking, what they would like more of, all that kind of stuff. Karen says, enjoy a well-earned break, both of you. Thank you very much, Karen. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to a week off, I must say. Yeah, there's so much to do running this channel. It was something I wanted to tell you all. I know I do ask for their donations. It's because I'd really like to get to a point where I could have somebody in to help me on a more permanent basis. I get a little bit of help here and there. But many of the YouTubers you see who've got the big channels, they have a whole team of people doing their social media and their editing and all that. That doesn't happen here. It literally is me, and then I have a little bit of help with the editing, and of course my husband, he will come and set up the technical side in the morning. But here in the studio right now, all of this is just me operating everything. So I hope that you realize that your donations really do help support me, a woman doing all of this in order to bring what I can, my expertise to you, all right? And I do love our community so much. So I just want to say thank you to all of you today for being part of our live stream community. I really love doing our live streams. Anne Papa says, that was challenging, sweaty and amazing. Thank you. The weights add a whole lot more, and we had a deluge of rain on Tuesday morning, so my garden and I are very happy. Oh, we so need some rain, Anne. Send it our way, please. I'm delighted to hear that, Anne, and thank you for your comment. Carol Neath, good morning, Carol. Thank you very much indeed for your donation. So appreciated. Sonia Taylor says, lovely, I just did some stretching alongside you given the hour, watching and learning new moves. I did a beautiful foot care one yesterday. There's plenty on your channel. Happy Easter, Rachel. Thank you, Sonia, and happy Easter to you too, and to everybody watching. I hope you're all going to have a little time out this Easter weekend, not this week I know, but next weekend is Easter. Which is why I'm taking next week off, because I want to just have like 7 days off work, which will be good to, you know, recharge the batteries and all that stuff. Carol says, wow, that was tough, but a great challenge. Loved it. Thank you, Carol. Valentina says, good morning, Brazil. I live here. Good morning, Valentina in Brazil. Lovely to have you today. Hope you enjoyed the session. Sue Wood says, I enjoyed that, but it was definitely challenging. Thank you. Valentina says, I love class. Lovely to have you here, Valentina. Robin Newcomb says, oh, a good one. The teaser and the last uplift were a challenge, but really liked this one. Definitely will do this one again and again. Really feeling warm after this. Nice weekend to everyone with your lovely koala bear. Thank you, Robin. Delighted that you enjoyed the session. Sandy McClure, thank you, Sandy, very much for your super sticker and your lovely emoji. You might drop, I love that, super duper. Delcia123 says, hello, Rachel. I've been off my legs for a good 6 weeks following a skiing accident and ligament tears in the knee. Goodness me, you've been through it, haven't you, Delcia? I'm now able to weight bear. I'm enjoying being able to get back into Pilates again. Well, it's lovely to have you, Delcia, and I'm so glad that you are slowly making your way back to your regular movement after your accident. Just keep it nice and slow and steady, and you will get there. But lovely to see you, and thank you very much for sharing that. Wishing you a continued speedy recovery. Yvonne says, I'm missing wee Boo today. Yes, Boo's not with us today because Boo's also gone on holiday, everyone, because we're away this weekend. So Boo's gone to her favourite little place for the weekend as well. I miss her too already, Yvonne. She's only been gone an hour, but there we go. Carlin Hawgren says, great class, 30 minutes flew by. Love the combo with weights. Thank you, Carlin. As you can feel, 30 minutes definitely feels like a good workout when you've got the weights, doesn't it? Martin de Kerpel says, that was great. I could do the roll up with 2 weights, and also the teaser and rolling down worked better. With 1 weight and 1 drop down and behind the head, I did not do it. Pelvic floor becomes better. Well done, Martin. Lovely to hear how you are progressing with this regular work. So well done to you. Carlin says, happy belated birthday and enjoy your holiday. Thank you, Carlin. It's just a little weekend break, but I'm very much looking forward to it. Karen McLeod says, have a great weekend away, Rachel. Lots of rest. Brilliant class. Thank you. Where is little Boo? Yes, Karen, she's on her holiday as well. We get little updates on where she is and what she's doing, which is fabulous. Yeah, she's off on a little holiday too. Sally Greta X, good morning, Sally. Lovely to see you. And Sally says, I'm finally getting back to Pilates after a difficult year. I've just been diagnosed with scoliosis, polymyalgia, rheumatica, and HSD. Just done your video on scoliosis. Sally, it's wonderful to have you back. Don't let these diagnoses get you down, all right? It's one of those things where we have to come to a place of acceptance. I've had to do that myself with various health conditions that I live with. It's not easy, is it, Sally? Not easy at all. I totally get that. But I'm so glad that you're coming back to Pilates. This little bit of movement, trying to do a little bit of movement every day is going to help you manage those things. And remember, really listen to your body. You know, on the one hand, you want to be able to get into a habit of moving every day again. And on the other, you want to make sure that you are in tune enough that if you feel that something is too much, you know what to do instead, all right? So it's finding that balance. It's always difficult and it is a learning curve when you're newly diagnosed at something. So take your time, Sally, but it is so good to have you back and wishing you all the best, all right? scoliosis video, very good for you. You might also like looking at Sally. I've got a video I did a while back, which actually I think I'm wearing a similar outfit. It might be these same leggings, which is called Pilates for rheumatoid arthritis. And that's a very simple session, but it focuses on mobilizing the body and moving the body without putting it under a lot of strain. And although I know you don't have the same condition, it's a similar way that I would work with someone with your condition as well. So have a look at that and see if that's something you can do. It's very short. I think it's a 15-minute movement session all down on the mat. So do have a look at that when you get a chance, Sally. Hi Jasmine, Oriental Rose says, hi Rachel and everyone, I've never done a full classical Pilates routine, advanced, but I tried. Are the back extensions with arms stretching back towards the legs in the air influenced by yoga? Well, this is a brilliant question, Jasmine. Yes. Most of Pilates, in my opinion, has come from yoga. And the reason I say that, I think I talk about it a little bit in my book, where the Little Book of Pilates, where I've got the history of Pilates. So Joseph Pilates, he was his parents were both into kind of health and fitness, which is where it came from. His father was a gymnast. Joseph Pilates' father was a gymnast and ended up being an acrobat. And his mother was a naturopath. And he studied Eastern and Western philosophies of well-being from an early age. And he did talk about the fact that he brings them into his practice. And if you think about the one we did at the end, where we are we call it rocking in Pilates, but I believe in yoga, is it called boat pose? I'm not sure, but very similar. And the difference is he added in, the thing to me that really separates the two is the breathing, because Joseph Pilates he was very particular about breathing, and I think that comes from the fact that he was actually an asthmatic, so he did a lot of breath work in his early life to try and heal himself of his asthma. And obviously he was doing gymnastics, he did bodybuilding. Joseph Pilates was a bodybuilder as well as an physical exercise teacher before the whole method kind of began. And I think many of the movements, having gone to yoga classes, and I love yoga, having gone to yoga classes, I can see the similarity where he's taken a movement and he's slightly adapted it to make it a Pilates focus. But the movements, the shapes, they're very much from yoga. And there are also a lot of the work on reformers, as well as the mat work, comes from dance. As well, and that's because Joseph Pilates he was influenced a lot by people. I mean, I think he was a genius in that he saw ideas, and like all good creative people, he saw ideas and took the best of them and then adapted them for his particular method. So yeah, that's a long answer, isn't it, Jasmine? But yes, you're absolutely right. Sally Gretorick says, do you have any more videos to recommend? Yes, Sally, you know what I would suggest is if you go to my playlist, which is Pilates for, I'm just trying to remember the exact title, Pilates for Injuries and Medical Conditions. I think that's what it's called. In there are all the videos that I've made for people who've requested things for particular conditions, and you will find some stuff in there that will be good for you. Pilates for fibromyalgia, for example, very good for you. The other thing that I would do, Sally, what I would recommend to you is that you look at maybe doing some of the senior Pilates sessions, because they are much more gentle. They're still really good for functional strength mobility, flexibility, but they're not as intense as, say, a class like today. And when you're sort of learning to adapt to this new diagnosis and kind of what's going on in your body, you might find those are a good space to kind of play around with things in. And the reason I say that is we all have to kind of learn what works for us and what doesn't, or learn that what's tough, where we might need rest. We do have, I won't mention names, but I know that there's a few other people on the chat who have rheumatoid arthritis, and they are up and down. You know, some days the energy is good, some days it's really low, some days they have a lot of pain, other days they feel like they can really go for it. And it's that kind of tuning into the body. But as you're kind of dealing with a newly diagnosed condition, my recommendation is go slow and go steady, but keep going and be consistent. And even if that means doing a 10-minute stretch every day, even that's good. In next week's playlist, Sally, and everyone who's listening, I've got a really beautiful, and I say this, beautiful 10-minute stretch session that I filmed a few years ago during COVID. It was in my garden. It's just lovely. You can see the grass going in the wind, and it's a really gentle, easy, feel-good session. So those are things that I think would be really good for you, Sally, for the next few weeks. And then you can build from there. And if you feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough, I need to do more, then of course you can go into mixed ability work, intermediate Pilates. I would say slow and steady for now, and gauge how your body's feeling with it. Because most of the time when you're working with a condition, a chronic condition, it's kind of learning what's good and maybe what's not so good, and trying to find the balance between keeping strong but also keeping enough energy to deal with the condition itself. Oh, thank you. And you'll see that Kerwin's put a little link there for you, Sally. Right, who else have we got? Sue Wood said, I really struggle to lift my arms with the weight while laying on my front. Is that a shoulder mobility issue or lack of strength? So that is, it's not really mobility, that's strength, Sue. So anything where we're taking the arms back, it's actually strength, not just here. It's actually the strength here on the back of the upper body. So the upper back, and that is absolutely normal. Most people have a lack of strength there, me included. It's why I've decided to do this month of weight bearing and weights to kind of rebuild that area. So yes, it's not a mobility. If there's pain, it could be related to mobility, but if it's just you can't lift them off the floor, that is strength, but it is your back, not your arms. All right, and they all work together. Yeah, you've got big muscles on your back that feed out into the arms. So if you've got weakness through your mid and upper back, it's going to be very hard to lift your arms. And what often happens with people is that they have that weakness, they're not so aware of it, and then they go to lift weights and they injure their shoulders because they haven't got that whole strength and connection in the muscles that feed up through the spine and out through the back of the shoulders and into the arms. So maybe a really good one for you to work on, this one, Sue. Maybe you should bookmark it and make sure you do it on a regular basis. Sonia says, I couldn't get your book, Rachel. The link goes to the book, but yours didn't show up. Oh, okay, Kerwin's done that for you, so hopefully that's all right now. Donna says, bow pose. Yes. Thank you, Donna. I didn't know what that was called, but yes, you really feel it in the quads there. I love that pose, I must say. Sonia, you've got the book. Wonderful. Pamela Brush says, I have vertigo, which is improving. Which can you recommend, please? Okay, Pamela, is your vertigo, I think the main thing to think about with vertigo, Pamela, is where you feel the vertigo. Do you feel it when you're doing standing exercise, or is it very much when you're on the mat? I know some people, there's positional vertigo, and for example, lifting the head up off the mat is when it doesn't really work for you. So it could be that you do the mat work, but you don't lift the head. So you do everything where the head is not involved. And most of the stuff you can do that we did today with just not involving the head. So that's one thing you can try. I've done that with someone who had positional vertigo. So she was all right standing, but when she lay down and tried to lift her head, she got dizzy. But I've also had another client I work with who was fine standing until she turned her head, and when she turned her head, that's when she got dizzy. So it may be to think of stability through the neck area. Pamela will really help you. So if you think of maybe, you could try this, maybe looking at doing the workouts without moving the head in any direction, and see if that changes things at all for you. Vertigo obviously is often, it's an ear related thing, isn't it? So what I generally start with is suggesting to clients to do things which don't involve the head moving and the neck, and to see if things are manageable that way. So why don't you try that, Pamela? And then when we next do a live, which will be in a couple of weeks, you can let me know how you get on. Oriental Rose says, I love doing pose of a bow. Great stretch for the back and strengthening for the arms and legs too. Oh, it's on the mat, Pamela. Yes, okay, Pamela. So keeping the head down, for example, let me show you quickly. Is it when you're just, if it's when you're just still, that's different. But if it's moving, then you can do all these sorts of movements. The single leg stretch, for example, we were doing today, this movement, you can do it by keeping the head down. You're still really working the abdominals. You can do a little rotation with the body, keeping the head in place as well. So that might be your option to try. If it is lying still that does it, then it may be that you look at doing some of the standing Pilates, and I have a lot of those, and see how they go for you. I hope that helped. All right, my beautiful friends, it's time for me to go. It's been lovely spending time with you today. So don't forget, next week, I will be doing a video on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All of that will be on the post section of my community page. What am I saying? The post section of my YouTube page that will come out on Sunday. All right, so look after yourselves. Have a wonderful Easter. Love to you, Tiona. I've just seen your message come in. I'm just about to go, but take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.